I'm not sure what to say. It all began that day. It was supposed to be a routine case. A dead druggie. No one was at all surprised. It didn't matter that she was found dead with terror like I'd never seen in anyone's eyes. The medical examiner couldn't find much of an explanation. She seemingly died from nothing. It was assumed, though, that it was an overdose. That's what they put on the report. I went home early that day. It was about 4 p.m. when I fell asleep. This was the first time I heard her. A voice, all at once alluring, and yet something dark hidden in it. It was like she touched my soul when she spoke.
Did you like her, Detective?
I shot awake to the sound of my phone going off. I grabbed it. 1 missed call, listed as unknown. I listened to the voicemail, and it was her voice again.
1324 East 15th Street, number 4.
That was it. I looked at the clock. How was it midnight? My apartment was unusually cold, but the heater showed 80. I stepped out and headed to the address. When I got there, I knocked on the door. No response. I knocked again. Nothing. I was about to turn around and walk away when the lock clicked and the door slowly opened. I approached the door, but no one was there. Then I saw the flies. The smell of blood was overwhelming. I called local PD, and when the crime scene got there, I began examining the room more thoroughly. It was another woman. Same look in her eyes, but this time parts of her were everywhere. It looked as though someone had taken a chainsaw to her. But when we questioned the neighbors, no one had heard so much as a scream. I looked up, and in shock, I read a message written in blood above what was left of the body.
To my one and only. Did you like her?
I stepped back in shock. I wasn't sure what to think. Surely this wasn't addressed to me. I told the local PD about the call, but when I went to look on my phone, there was no sign of a missed call and the voicemail was missing. I've been doing this for years and so was given the benefit of the doubt, but I felt something cold inside of me. Something wasn't right. I went home, tried to get some sleep. It was 5 p.m. this time, and my apartment felt warm again. I drifted off to sleep. Her voice was there again.
Detective, did you like her too?
I awoke. What time was it? I'm losing time. This isn't right. I got a call from local PD. Another homicide. Another woman. I'd like to say this was something I'd seen before, but I hadn't. In a school, a teacher was heard screaming. Local PD got there first to find blood everywhere. The woman's face was cut off. Her skin, hanging from a coat hook. The eyes, it was the same sort of thing. This look, just like the others. My phone rang. Caller unknown. I quickly picked up. Detective Sims, hello? What was said next brought a chill to my soul.
I love your work, Detective. Your biggest fan. We work well together, don't we?
What the... Who are you? Leave me the fuck alone. Crime scene and local PD looked at me oddly. The call ended. I went to show them the call. There was no sign of a call at all. The police chief was there. He told me to go home and get some sleep. I left, but I kept on thinking, I can't sleep. What does she mean? We make a good team. The thought crossed my mind that she could have been referencing my having some kind of involvement with these murders. That's impossible, though. I've dedicated my life to putting away sick fucks like this. Yeah, she must be trying to get into my head. If she is, it's working.
Detective, wake up.
I awoke. I was covered in blood. There was someone in my bed. What was happening? The body was split open. Surgical was the cut, and I was at a loss for words. What day was it? What time was it? What was going on? I heard a banging on my door. Local PD. I slumped down in the blood, at a loss for words. They kicked in my door, saw me, and arrested me immediately. It didn't take long before they had all the evidence they would need. Suddenly, it was there. Apparently I had visited all these places, during times I was sure I was asleep. Nothing made sense, but the evidence, it was there, in my apartment. I had the videos that had not turned up from the camera feeds in past investigations. I couldn't even begin to argue anything. I sat there, in court. My trial had come. I told them I had no recollection of anything. I guess they believed me. The shock on my face. I now sit in an asylum. The world thinking I was purely insane. I was having episodes where I'd black out, they said. This was where I'd be spending the rest of my life. You know what? Even now, I can hear her whispering.
Oh, Detective, you played your part perfectly. Thank you, my sweet.
I swear I'm not crazy. You believe me, right? This wasn't some kind of episode. I can still hear her. She keeps me company. The nurses swear I only talk to myself. I swear, though, she is always there, whispering.